I'm Kehinde Taiwo, a professor of food science and technology. I'm also the director of Linkages and Partnership Unit. Linkages and Partnership Unit is one of the units under Central Office of Research. The Linkages unit was created, if I'm correct, in 2003 or thereabout, and the function of the office was principally to stand in the gap. It had several activities that we have since divested, but at the time we were serving as the international office. That's the Linkages office. We were monitoring, in charge of coordinating the Carnegie project to OAU, and we organized a lot of capacity building workshops on grants sourcing. We oversaw the activities of the IPTTO office and so on and so forth. We were involved in practically all external relations. Okay, you talk of Directorate of Linkages and Sponsored Research. That unit has been renamed Directorate of Linkages and Partnership now, which, as I said, is under COR. At the beginning, it was Linkages, and I said we conducted a lot of workshops, sensitizing people on what a proposal is. A few grants have been won over time in the university, but the culture of writing proposal had died. Only a few people were now writing proposals. A few people in agric and some in medicine. A few scattered here and there. But the bulk of the younger generation were not aware of what proposal writing was. So the Linkages office, but now also under COR, took up or continued with this exercise of building capacity in staff on what proposal writing is. And I must say that the interest of staff have increased, especially in the last 2-3 years when the TED Fund grant was revived in OAU. It's not that it had not been existing, it's just that the OAU staff have not really shown much interest in it. I think before now only 5 grants, TED Fund grants, had been won. But 2 years ago, with the activities of COR and TED Fund office, we organized workshops for staff. I think over 100 proposals were submitted, more than 30 were invited for full submission, and about 13 were successful, which is a huge leap from previous stand. Now, last year, we also organized workshops to assist staff with proposal. Although there was coronavirus lockdown, we had webinars to train staff on what to look out for and so on. And honestly, I believe that over 100 proposals were also submitted, and about 30 again were invited. We are yet to get the feedbacks to know how many eventually sailed through. But if about 30 were going for defense, that is some considerable number. So I would say that the activities have impacted in the sense that we have created awareness among staff on the need to write proposals. TED Fund success rate has increased, and not only that, staff have widened their scope of research sources or grant sources, that the History Museum, Natural History Museum, won a grant from Leventis or somewhere. They also submitted a proposal, which is not TED fund. So that's part of our own activities. And EU grants, several people are winning grants that are not TED fund related. There are quite a few challenges. The Central Office of Research has 3 units: the University Research Office, Linkages Office, and the IPTTO. All of these are located in 3 different places. There should be some sort of linkage and overlap in terms of our functions and day-to-day running of activities. In developed countries, research office is a huge building where you go from one room to the other, and there's a sequence of relationship of activities. But here, because we are scattered, we don't see often, and each one is doing its work in pocket from us, and people don't know where the office is. You say go to this for that, go to this for that. We have a central of some space that has been allocated to us right now, but it's yet to be furnished and occupied. So that is a major challenge, and that again has to do with funds. We need to reach out. Our concept of what the research office should be doing is very minute compared to what we actually should be doing. A few of us are involved in this research administration course organized by IREX in the US, and it's been an eye-opener to us. We now know that what we've been doing is child's play, what we call research office. The work is much more involving. So we need money to do all of that. We need to write policies, guidelines, procedures for activities. You need money to bring people together, to maybe put them in a retreat away from the campus or something. It takes money to get quality service. This is a limitation. Then again, staffing. I would say that Benga Adenwile is the only skilled staff we have. He's been trained on IPTT service or issues. He's the only skilled staff we have. The University Research Office they only have registry staff who have not been trained in research management issues. The linkage staff is the same thing. We need research administrators, professional cadre, research administrators who will not be transferred here and there within the university, that can manage research issues. So that's another challenge. Many don't even know what the functions of the COR are, talk less of consulting us. And from what we know, when skilled people help package your proposal, the chances of success are high. Imagine somebody submitting a concept note and forgetting the budget aspect. That is the crux of the matter. What do you want to use this money for? Or how do you want to use the money? A colleague applied for an IDRC project, something engineering. He applied, and we were asked to take a look at their concept note before they submitted. And I picked the fact that there was no budget. And, of course, he appreciated it. He eventually won the grant. The point is, when you send out call for proposals, you have several hundreds of submissions, several people. It's highly competitive. So you're looking for reasons to reject applications, no matter how good they are. If it's incomplete, without a budget, what is there to discuss? The idea is fantastic, but if there's no budget, it goes into the trash bin. So OAU would have lost such an illustrious grant, but for the work of the COR that intervened. So the lack of awareness of what our activities are is also a major challenge, and it's something we're going to work on. some challenges, some solutions require funds, some just need approval of the university administration. Some easy things that we can do. A campaign on our website. Just have you visited the COR? That's something on the website. The COR looks at proposals. Pass it through us to enhance your chances. Just some cliche words on the website that will remind you that there's an office that is available to help service you. So that does not require any funds, but it's something we can do. Then in terms of unskilled staff, that again is beyond us. We need the university to, we have two options. Either we train the staff ourselves, or we advertise for already skilled people. The Linkages Office had proposed a research management course, diploma course, sometime in the past. We are yet to get this approved at Senate. If that course is approved in Senate, then our staff, OAU and other people from outside can take the course and get some skill in what is needed. So there are actually solutions to some of the challenges. What we need for the Central Office of Research, like I said, is funds to equip the office, and we are discussing with TED Fund, and the IREX course I mentioned. We are hoping to also get some grants to complete the furnishing of the office. With that done, we can all be centrally located rather than being scattered, and we'll take it from there. With time, we'll hope to get a whole building allocated to research. In the next 5 years, where do I see it? I see it occupying the prime of place on campus, being well known, the activities and functions being well known. That's my own desire. In the next 5 years, that when people are talking of grant writing or proposal submission, the name COR will come up. Have you gotten this? Have they looked at it? Have they approved your document? The IP content, has it been checked? And various things like that. So for me, in the next 5 years, I want COR to be on the lips of researchers in OAU. Then I also want to see the COR, like I said, playing its role in terms of guiding research and research activities on campus. So we need to revise our policy on it. But now with the course that I referred to earlier, our understanding is far better. So our eyes have been opened now to see the need for a new revision. So I see this office in the next 5 years providing leadership in terms of guidance. When we develop the documents, we'll be able to tell the administration these materials are available, take them to Senate for approval so that the university can run with it. Of course, again, we have to do awareness on campus for people to accept these new ideas, global trends. But that when you win one grant, it's easier to win another grant. But when you win one grant, you need to manage that grant well, so that when you are applying for another one, they are asking for your history, you will have something good to tell. Many are not aware of the role of research managers in fund management. They think it's just the PI that wrote the proposal, spend the money, it's nobody's business. There are so many areas that need involvement. So for us to be able to attract more grants in OAU, we need to manage the grants we have well. And for you to manage the grants well, people must be aware of the support we provide. So my desire is that many more people will consult COR. And another desire is that when we organize, the world right now, as we say, there's a new normal. And a lot of workshops and conferences are not going to be in the room anymore. It's going to be webinar. My word is to encourage staff to tap into these available resources. It's free knowledge that people are imparting. And with the information acquired, they can run miles with it. And the last word is to keep applying. The more you apply, the greater your chances.